Welcome to the campus arena for some Wednesday night hockey for under 16 AAA. The Generals are taking on Whitby. Starting goaltender Stathopoulos in goal for the Generals, and at the other end it's going to be Donahue in goal for Whitby. Generals have the first puck in behind the goal with Lou in behind the goal. Lead pass over here for Thurston off the puck, and up comes Armstrong up over the line looking for the first shot on net. There's the drop pass taken away by Whitby. Up through center with the lead pass. Coming in here is Henderson looking for the shot, and he falls before he could get it away. Off to the right side here for Whitby to try and throw the side in front. There's a puck that's rolling in on net and will get covered up by Stathopoulos. Face-off is off to the left of the Oshawa goal. There's a shot that's knocked down out in front. Going to get kept in by Malone on the backhand behind the net. Porter takes that from behind his own goal, gets stripped of it. And that's an opportunity now for Whitby to have that behind the Oshawa net. They're going to go back to the line. It comes out for Elliott with a shot, left pad save there by Stathopoulos as he kicked it aside. Gonsalves tried to do the battle down low, picked up by Whitby. Pass over here for Elliott as he looked for another shot on net, but that one went over his stick and he gets it back again. Elliott, dangerous, moves it back there to the line with a shot. Stopped there by Stathopoulos again, who's had the brunt of the work here so far in the game. Whitby's had 3 or 4 shots on net. That comes around the boards. Malone's going to keep this in on the wall. Turned over there to Thurston, who fires that away. It's Porter who fired that down the ice. That'll be the first shot on net as it's easily steered aside there by Donahue. Knocked down here by Hudson Armstrong at center. Lead pass, trying to get it over here as they come up over the line with a pass for Viera that was broken up. There's a shot on net by Dunphy, who couldn't get it out in front. Coming around the other side, Armstrong's going to cut that off on the right wall, taken away by Whitby though. And again, they try and put that in. Good job there to spin away from his man and take away the pressure as he takes it back in behind his own net. They're going to look for a pass through center. That goes over the stick of Allenby and picked up here by Dunphy, who clears that away. Dunphy tries to get this again. He's got McLennan on him, along with Shuchuk. Stachuk throws it out in front. That goes over the stick on the other side and gets picked up here by Thurston, who dropped it back. Knocked down by McLennan at center. That's going to get an opportunity to clear through center ice. Big hit over there by Allenby as that goes behind the goal and they go off on the change. Whitby take this from their own end with a lead pass. That was broken up nicely there by Costello on the other side as they try and get in. Baker trying to stick to his man as well. Here comes an opportunity now. Right in front of the net. Try to clear this away for Allenby. That one over his stick. Trying to flip this away again for Beck, who picks this up. Noah Beck from his own end will take this as he tries to get around the defender and loses it there at center as it gets put back in behind the Oshawa goal, where it gets picked up there behind the goal by Lou with a lead pass up through center. Here comes a chance now for Costello to bring it in. One man to beat. He can't get around the defense. Good job to hold him off there. Make sure he didn't get a shot there to the net on Donahue. Whitby get this opportunity to clear on a drop pass through center. As he gets the man to get it around Lou for an opportunity. Backhand by Elliott. Hits the side of the net. Kept in by Whitby though. Another opportunity to try and get this back to the line as that's Henderson losing it to Armstrong, but couldn't get it out of their own end, and now Baker does the job. Flipped it all the way into the Whitby end. Over his stick, Ty Lou right behind him. Will flip that in. Trying to get it up through center for Zara. Francisco Zara bringing it in with a shot. That got stopped there by Donahue. Knocked down here from center by Oshawa. Gonsalves with a lead pass for Baker as he tried to tip it in. Ethan Baker over there on the other side. They're trying to get it away from Whitby, but they bring this in. Looking to get around that defender, and good job there by Jackson Porter to hold him up as that's off in the left corner. From behind the net there for Oshawa to try and clear this away. That's going to get kept in as it's a bouncing puck at the line. Sending right to the front of the goal, and Gonsalves will just pick that up and move it up through center for Baker. Baker from center will dump it in. There's a right pad kick save by Donahue, but it's still loose. Another backhand shot, and this one will get corralled by Donahue this time and held on to. Face-off is off to the right, and we'll have to do it again as the face-off was done unfairly, so we'll get another face-off that's going to be off to the right of Donahue, and Allenby will come in to take that for the Generals. It gets won by Whitby, though, around the boards. Trying to keep that in there was Dunphy as he took his man down. Good job by Beck on the other side to try and find Thurston from their own end. Trying to get around the defender as he moves it in. Lead pass up third center for Thurston. Went over his stick. Kemp is out there as well. Here's a shot. That's not going to go right to the front of the net. Back here to the line. Beck is going to pick that one up from his own end. Almost overskating it there. Trying to pick this up through center was Whitby. Right on net. That's going to get corralled there by Stathopoulos and held on to. Shuchuk's going to take this draw versus Hudson Armstrong in the Oshawa end. It's over here to the other side as it goes back and behind the net where Feltus is there. Feltus looking at in front to try and control his man. Make sure that Henderson isn't left wide open. Whitby moving it around well. They're going to look for Henderson on the other side now. Henderson gets it back here to the line. Taken away here by Costello as he tries to bring it in. Costello tries to get around his man and he got stood up. Kept in by Feltus though. Feltus with a shot to the net. That almost made it to the front of the goal. Whitby again bringing this in up over the line. They've got a man going right to the front. There's a stop and a rebound. And another big save there by Stathopoulos from the side of the goal. Kept in by Whitby though. Back here to the line. Here comes a chance. As that shot by Medeiros is kicked aside by Stathopoulos. Medeiros will get it again and keep it in. Right to the front of the goal. Turnaround shot. It's not going to make it to the net. Porter tried to get it out. Along with Zara on the other side, and nobody can get it out of their own end. Jackson Porter again trying to help. Along with Luke Kemp behind the goal. Picked up there by Whitby. Zara gets bumped, but Kemp was behind him to pick up the loose puck and clear it out of danger. Picked up here by Medeiros, who rings it around the boards and goes off. Thought he was going off on the chain, but it still stays in the Oshawa end. From behind the goal, he tried to keep it from in behind the net here for Whitby. Walking it out, backhand shot just wide of the net there. Picked up him behind the goal, loses his footing, gets back up and moves it back to the line with a shot. Whistled over the blocker hand of Stathopoulos and kept in by Medeiros. Around the other side here for Elliott on the right boards. Trying to get it here again is Oshawa to get it out of their own end. They got Elliott to beat in the corner as that's Kemp trying to get around him. Baker is out there as well to try and get that loose puck on the left side as Allenby is out there as well. From behind their own net, Whitby will clear this out of their own end. That pass was knocking down here at center as Hudson Armstrong puts it back in the zone. That's up there for Caden Allenby to try and go off to the left of the Whitby net. From in behind the goal, he sets up Armstrong. They've got Thurston waiting out in front for a pass and couldn't get one to him. It went over the stick of Allenby as well. Here comes Gonzalez with a shot. Just missed off the mark. Around the boards for Whitby to get it out. Another opportunity here on the other side. They'll keep this from their own zone and move it over here for an opportunity up through center. That was a lead pass that got knocked down, and Whitby pick it up again. Here comes Medeiros. The defenseman, working as a forward, fires out wide. Capped in by Whitby. Back to the line for Malone, who puts it down low for Henderson out in front. Henderson from behind throws it out in front. Here's an opportunity, and rang off the crossbar. Right behind the goal now. Trying to get it back here to the line for Henderson. Henderson playing catch with it with number 17, Edwards, that couldn't go with it. From their own end. Lead pass now for number 14, who dumps that in. That's Malone putting it behind the net. Potter on the boards to Henderson, who takes a hit. Here comes another opportunity. Henderson trying to get free out in front. Dumfries trying to control him and make sure he didn't get any open ice from the slot area. Henderson still gets a shot on net and is kicked aside by Stathopoulos. Up through center comes Costello to try and get around Malone, and he couldn't do it. Edwards will take that back in his own end. Whitby will start this out from their own zone now. With a lead pass that goes over the stick of Coles Gibson. He had the most biggest opportunity there in that chance, and he rang the left post in behind Stathopoulos. Here's McLennan with the loose puck now, off to the corner. He tried to get it back there to the line. Here's a backhand shot. Nice glove save there by Stathopoulos. Right in close to hold on to it. Faceoff gets one. Proctor is going off to the corner. Then he gets taken down. Picked up here by Newton as he tried to get it back to the front of the net. It's going to the corner for Proctor, and he'll take his man off the puck. In comes McLennan from the line. It gets past him. 2-on-1 back up the other way. Led up by Hudson Armstrong. Armstrong coming in looking for the pass. Stopped there by Donahue. There's a rebound, though. They're trying to jam it in from the side, and nobody can put it back to the back of the net. And we'll get a whistle as Donahue had lost his mask in the scrum. Faceoff is coming just outside of the Whitby line now as that comes back into the zone for Medeiros from his own end. His stretch pass went over the stick of everybody, including McLaughlin, down the ice for icing. Faceoff now is coming off to the left of the Whitby end. One draw for Dunphy from the line. Couldn't do anything with the puck. It comes back in behind around the boards. Kept in from the line, now tipped out. Henderson went for the pass up through center. He tried to find a man, and it comes up through center ice. They had a man going to the front of the goal. Shuchuk as that goes wide. Kept in by Medeiros as he puts it down low. Shuchuk is going off to the corner, but he finally loses it. From their own end comes Luke Kemp with a lead pass for Thurston. Coming up over the line is Sam Thurston into the corner. He had to try and bump Medeiros off the puck and lost that battle. They try and flip this past Hudson Armstrong to get this out of their own end. From his own zone, he'll just skate away with it and lead this one in on his own, and that goes off the stick hand of Stathopoulos into the netting and out of play. So we'll get another face-off here in the Oshawa end. Stathopoulos getting himself set in the goal. Back here to the line. That was read well and taken away here by Oshawa, but it was taken off the stick of Jonathan Vieira as it goes back behind the net. And Stathopoulos was almost had it picked away from him. There's a shot. Nice block on the way through by Vieira. Kept in here from the line by Edwards as he tried to move this in behind the goal. Edwards drops it back to the line now. Here's a shot on net. Stopped by Stathopoulos. Still loose from the side as Elliott got a crack at it and couldn't crack the code of Stathopoulos out in front. Here comes another lead pass up through center. Proctor tried to put it back in. Knocked down there by Malone at center. And that is a glove hand pass. Faceoff gets one by Oshawa as they dump it back in by Zara. Kemp putting pressure on to try and cause a turnover. But it's Whitby who come up through center. And that's Coles Gibson who dumps that in. From behind the net is Feltus to pick that up. Feltus leaves it from behind the net there. As now it's Kemp who leads it out of his own end with a lead pass. Zara tried to tip it away. As that comes back into the Whitby end. Good pressure on there by Baker trying to cause a turnover. From their own end, trying to stick through his man there. Good job there by Feltus. Stuck to him and pushed him wide and behind the net. But they get it back here to the line. Henderson got a little piece of it. Couldn't get one to the net though. They're looking for that lead pass off the boards for Coles Gibson, who tips it away for Henderson. Henderson trying to take one to the front of the net. And he got guarded out there by Ty Lue, and here comes an opportunity for Armstrong to the other side for Allenby. Couldn't take the pass as he tried to catch up to it. From behind their own net is Whitby now with a lead pass for Coles Gibson. He'll turn it over as Armstrong couldn't go with it. Picked up from behind their own net and dumped in. Ryan Dunphy taking control of that rolling puck up here for Thurston now. Thurston's pass was out of the reach as they try and get this and slap it in. Knocked down here by Noah Beck at center as he tries to put it back in the zone. Lead pass here for Elliott on the other side. Saw Medeiros as they try and move it around well and look for an open lane. They found that open lane and no icing on the play. Stathopoulos will fire it around on the glass. Picked up by Whitby out in front and nobody there. All the way down the ice. It's not going to reach Donahue in the net. It's going to go all the way down, but it's not going to be icing. Number 13 will take it from his own end. Turned over here at center, trying to catch up to that in his own end. A lead pass from their own zone is An opportunity for Medeiros to the other side. Some good moves here by Elliott as he keeps control of it. And now sets it up for Medeiros, who dumps it deep. All the way down for icing. Face-off just outside the line for an opportunity to bring it in. It goes in wide and Karam's out in front. Here comes an opportunity there for McLaughlin and on goal as he got taken down. He couldn't get a shot on net. It just rolled into Stathopoulos for another face-off in his zone. That'll take place off to the right. And it's going to be McLaughlin to take it for Whitby. No, it's going to be... it was Shuchuk who took it. Here comes Costello to try and bring it in. Costello gets hammered into the boards. And then Oshawa returned the favor with a hit behind the net. Up through center. Lead pass is broken up through center ice. That lead pass for Kemp was over his stick, and there's a lead pass. Up there for Henderson. Gonsalves tried to knock him off the puck, but Henderson stayed on his feet. From their own end is Whitby. Will lead this in. It's Edwards who gets the loose puck now. He brings it in on net with an easy shot on goal. Sticked aside by Stathopoulos. Kept in here by McLaughlin now. As that is offside. And that is the end of period number 1 as we are 0-0 here at the campus arena between the under-16 AAA Generals and Whitby. Faceoff gets one to start off period number 2 as they try and tip this away. Here comes an opportunity to race after it, but it's Whitby who take this from their own end. Some good pressure on there by Thurston as he tried to take it away from his man. Lead pass for Elliott as he moves it away. Ty Lue trying to stick to his man here as that'll come right to the front of the net. And there's the first shot of the second period going in high and wide. From behind the goal now, Ty Lue tried to stick to his man behind the net. Wrap around for Whitby right in front of the goal, trying to jam this in from the slot area. A couple whacks away at it. None of them unsuccessful. In behind the net now. Trying to get this from the slot area. He fans on a shot. He got a second opportunity at it from his knees and got a shot away, but it was kicked aside by Stathopoulos. Good job there at the line to try and hold it in. This will roll right in. Donahue had to cover that up. Face-off is off to the left now of the Whitby end. Trying to win this back to the line. Here comes an opportunity to fire it around the boards. Viara from behind the net tried to set it up. It'll come around the other side for Costello, who puts it in behind the goal. Wrapped around the boards here for an opportunity. Got kept in by Oshawa, but not to the front of the net. Taken away here by Shuchuk with a pass. Bringing it up over the line is Coles Gibson with a shot, and that gets kicked aside with the left pad of Stathopoulos. From their own end, they'll lead it in up here for Viara to try and get it through. Viara sets it up here. Tried to take one to the front of the net and couldn't get a shot. Pushed deeper back in behind the net there for Costello to try and get away from his man. Viara has it. Tried to set it up in front and taken away here by Whitby. From their own zone, he brings it in is Henderson. Up over the line, sending one in wide. Coming around the boards here for another opportunity to keep it in. It's an opportunity now for Edwards. Tripped up. Knocked down here by Whitby, but nowhere to go. Here comes an opportunity now for Hudson Armstrong from his own end. Can't get through. Edwards tries to flip it away for an opportunity. Backhanded away against Armstrong, and now Edwards picks it up. Edwards over here to the other side. Here comes an opportunity to escape with it for Edwards. Up over the line with a shot on net. Stopped there by Stathopoulos. Gets it back again on his own rebound and pushes it in behind the goal. Almost knocked the water bottle off of Stathopoulos there, as that is going to be held up and taken for another draw. Face-off is off to the right now of the goal. Won by Whitby with a shot. That goes in wide. Picked up by Oshawa as they get it up here for Caden Allenby. Allenby tried to get this out of his own end with a lead pass for Kemp that it was taken away by Elliott as he brings it up over the line. Proctor was coming up there as well. Getting it back to the line. Here's a shot. Right pad save. Still loose from the side and taken out of danger by Kemp. From his own end. Spins away from Proctor and takes it behind his own goal. That was almost a pass broken up. And here comes Thurston with a lead pass over here to the other side. Oh, that was almost a hit there by Gonsalves. McLennan just missed getting hit there at center. wrapped around the boards here, and that goes up and out of play. Face-off is coming off to the right of the Oshawa end now. Gonna get kicked out of the draw. New player comes in to take it, and Whitby win it. Henderson puts it in behind the goal. Taken away here by Viara as he backhands it away for Lou. Off to the corner goes Henderson after it now. Taking off his stick as they try and get it out, but it's a good job over there on the other side to keep that in. As McLaughlin tried to do something with it. It's in that corner, trying to go back to the line for Medeiros as he keeps that in at the line, and good job to walk the line there by Medeiros. Oshawa pick it up and bring it in here with Viara through center. Gets tripped up. Taken behind him by Costello from their own end. A lead pass was almost broken up, and now Cowan gets it back. Cowan with a lead pass for Shuchuk. Over here to the other side for Henderson now. Henderson taking one to the front of the net. What a pass! And they score from the side of the net. And that opens up the scoring as number 7, McLaughlin, I believe, is the one that put that in to make it 1-0. So McLaughlin opens up the scoring here for Whitby, number 7, tipping that in from the left side of the net. Whitby have had the majority of the chances, especially in that first period. Stathopoulos has stayed strong in the Oshawa goal, but finally Whitby were able to beat him at the side of the net on a goal by McLaughlin. Kept in here from the line by Baker. From behind the net there was Kemp to try and dig it free. He's getting some help in behind. Around the boards it goes. Elliott can't get it out past Ethan Baker, puts it down low for Caden Allenby. Allenby getting some help there with Luke Kemp as that gets backhanded behind the net. Trying to cause a turnover. Here comes Elliott after it now. Malone had it, fires it around the boards. Jonathan Viara is going to cut it off, but he couldn't go with it. From behind their own net is Whitby. Knocked down here at center to try and get one to the front of the net. Turnaround shot is going off to the corner again. Viara trying to set that up in front as he tried to jam this in from the side of the goal, taken away by Whitby. Flipped all the way down the ice. It's going to go right in on net, and it's going to be a stop there by Stathopoulos, and he'll just hold on to it. Face-off is off to the left now, the Oshawa end. And Gonzalez fires it around, and that's Thurston who's going to tap it out of his own end. From their own end. That was Viara trying to stick to his man Henderson. Up through center, good job by Viara to catch that, but Henderson takes it away. And now Henderson leads the rush in. Can't get around the defense of Jackson Porter with a lead pass for now to the other side. Brought in by Viara. One man to beat, and he can't beat him. Good job there to hold him up. On the other side by Vorstad. Here's a shot on net. It's going to go in wide. Trying to get this in out of his own end now. Flipping this in. That goes up to the Oshawa bench and out of play. Face-off is off to the left. An opportunity now for Elliott to take this in. From behind the goal, he tries to go back here for Cowan. Right in front. That gets fired wide and over the goal. Tipped in behind the net. Here comes an opportunity now. From behind their own net, it's off to the left side to try and set it up. He's trying to get it back to the line again for Cowan for an opportunity. And that got blocked. Right in front, here comes an opportunity. From the side, stopped there by Stathopoulos. Right in close from the side of the net. Keeps us at a 1-0 game. And an opportunity now from the side. Good job there by Costello. Trying to put pressure on Medeiros from behind the net. Kemp is trying to pick this up. Luke Kemp puts it behind the goal now. Right in front. And that was Costello from the side waiting for a pass and couldn't get to him. From behind their own net is Whitby. Trying to move this away. That got knocked down by Costello from center and put back in. They'll go off on the change, and now Medeiros has control of it. Medeiros goes to take the tape and brings it in. Newton with a shot. That's easily corralled and held on to by Stathopoulos. Face off to now is off to his left. Back here to the line for Edwards now. Edwards will push it off to the side. Henderson can't shoot one. Here comes an opportunity back up the other way, but Henderson will take that back in his own end. From behind their own goal. Coming around the other side for an opportunity to clear this. It'll come here through center as that was Shuchuk trying to put it in, along with Edwards. Edwards from his own zone, dumped in on net. Another stop there by Stathopoulos on that dump in, and he'll just hold on to it. Face-off is off to the left, kept in by Whitby from the line. Here comes a slot area shot. Hit a stick and went in wide, and Kemp gets it. Hard around the boards here for an opportunity to clear and couldn't get it out. It's right in front of the goal there. McLaughlin, the lone goal scorer here for Whitby, is off to that left side to try and dig it free. They've got Vorstadt waking back at the line as well, along with Shuchuk, and he was getting in the vicinity there. It just gets covered up by Stathopoulos. Face-off is off to his left now. Newton will come off to his right side. Now he gets kicked out of the draw. Coming in here to take it now for Whitby. Vorstadt couldn't get to the puck. Vorstadt not getting to that one either. It was too high and over his head. Elliott will move it over here to the other side as they try and move it in. Good job there by Vorstadt. Just couldn't knock it down, and here comes Gonsalves, the shot. Hit the side of the goal. Right in front for Caden Allenby. Couldn't get a backhand away. Taken away by Whitby. Late pass for Elliott. Elliott is coming in with a pass, and it's Newton with a shot. Just fired it wide on the other side. From behind the goal now. Trying to get this from out of their own end. Back here to the line. McLennan a shot. Tipped on the way through and caught and held on to by Stathopoulos. Face-off is off to the right with a shot, and that goes over the stick and an opportunity to clear it out. That pass is broken up here from center, where it gets picked up by Cowan. He leaves it there for Shuchuk, who drops it away. Cowan's going to get here again here from his own zone. Now we'll set up Henderson to try and find an open lane, and didn't like it as Oshawa's number 8, Costello, was on him. The lead pass was tipped in. No icing. Back in behind the net it goes now as that's Feltus from behind his own net. Feltus with a lead pass. Kept in by Cowan. Fans on the shot. Hudson Armstrong, chance to clear. Can't do it. Got kept in by Cowan. Cowan will push it off to the side now and get it back, but the shot hit a stick. Trying to get around Medeiros now for an opportunity, but Medeiros is far too quick. Now gets an opportunity now. Hudson Armstrong with a loose puck. With it out in front, tried to set it up, it got taken away, and Feltus kept it in. Around the boards it goes, trying to keep this in at the line, his back, and he does. But his bounce pass was broken up, got it back. Hudson Armstrong from behind the net, trying to set this up. Taken away now by Shuchuk as they'll fire this away. Henderson's on it. Henderson with a chance to shoot. He gets away and shot. Just missed on the right side. Coming around the other side now. Here's a pass out of the reach of Edwards. And we'll get a whistle. With, I believe, too many men is coming up here. First penalty of the game becomes a too many men on the ice penalty, and it knocks on the door for an Oshawa Generals power play. Around the boards it goes here for Feltus. Keeps it in. Gets it to the other side, and Feltus will get it again. Pushes it off to the right side. Now Feltus. Looking for that perfect shot. He's playing catch with it. With Gonsalves, who shoots it. Right pad save and squeezes the pads for Donahue. Face-off now is off to the left of the Whitby end as it's back in behind the goal and fired around hard. Feltus trying to keep it in. Got some help with Hudson Armstrong from the line now. Armstrong to Feltus. Back to Armstrong. Back down low, trying to move it around well. Right in front, here's a shot. Blocked away there by Donahue, who was able to get back across. Feltus leaves it there. Back here to the line again for Armstrong. Over here to the other side for Costello, who plays catch with it again. To the other side for Feltus, who's moved to the other side. Here's a shot that gets blocked. As Gonsalves does his job to try and keep it in. Armstrong's got to hustle after the puck, but it's not going to get there as it gets tipped away. We have 50 seconds left to go on the too many men on the ice penalty. Lead pass. Here comes an opportunity to get through, but Armstrong couldn't get through the feet of Vorstadt. All the way down the ice and back into the corner. Oshawa have got to start it from their own end now. Left there for Thurston as he tries to start it in. The lead pass is knocked down and brought in by Baker up over the line. Ethan Baker with a backhand pass to the other side for Allenby, who tried to dig away at it in that left corner, getting some help over there with Thurston to try and get it free, and it finally does. They're looking to go back here to the line for Gonsalves, who can't shoot it, but he pushes it around the other side. Allenby is going to be there, but he's going to get some help as well with Gonsalves trying to dig that puck out. They finally do and get control of it. Wrap around by Baker, batting away at it, out in front is Thurston, and nobody can get a hold of it except the goaltender Donahue. Kemp wins that draw, wins it back to the line, a flip-on shot, knocked down by Malone. Up through center for an opportunity now is number 7, McLaughlin. From their own zone, Whitby will start it out. Great job there by Kemp, stuck to his man as that goes right in on net and gets stopped there by Stathopoulos. Face-off is off to the right of the Oshawa end. Kept in here by Whitby as they put that back in behind the goal. A chance to get this out of their left side. It comes back in behind the net again. Another chance to move it away, and it's over the stick there. VR got to try and catch up to it. Hard around the boards as it goes over the stick of Kemp. McLaughlin for shoot check as he tried to bring it in. Knocked down here from center by Malone, who tried to put it back in the zone, but that's not going to work. Edwards from his own end with a lead pass. Got it for Shuchuk, and then Edwards got the return pass from the line. Shuchuk is in a battle over here against Francisco Zara, trying to get that puck free. Armstrong and Baker are in there as well to try and get it out, and Baker is the successful one who does. Beck will pick that up from his own end with a pass. It's up through center for Zara as he gets it in. Armstrong trying to put the brakes on, drops it for Baker, who couldn't shoot to the front of the net. And that was almost a hit there on Shuchuk as Zara went in for the hit. Missed him, and he got the worst of it. Kept in here by Oshawa. Backhand to the front of the net. Here comes Beck, a shot. Grabbed out of the air by Donahue. Armstrong will take this draw this off to the right, and we're going to get another draw in the Whitby end. Baker's going to take the draw, as it's going to be another one. Must have been done unfairly again, so Whitby again will have to get another player in there to take the draw. Oshawa win it. Hudson Armstrong back to line. A one-timer stop by Donahue, and the rebound is poked just wide. Had the wide open net, just couldn't put one into the back of it. Here comes Whitby with a pass up through center. That one over the stick of Gonsalves and kept in the Oshawa line. Here's an opportunity now to dig away at it. Backhanded out, and McLaughlin will move it here to the center. McLennan to the other side. We'll get it again here. McLennan around the boards for Elliott. Trying to get it out of his own end. Here comes an opportunity as Porter fell, but Whitby couldn't get to it though. Knocked down here by Whitby at center. They're looking for a man by McLennan at center. Here's a quick shot. Stopped there by Stathopoulos, and now it's right in the goal crease. And Stathopoulos finds a way to get that as well. Face-off is off to the right. Getting one by Whitby as they'll take this from behind their own net is Cowan now. Hard off the boards up through center from McLaughlin, who tipped it in. Fired past him, and here comes an opportunity now for Allenby. Couldn't get to it. Whitby are bringing this up with McLaughlin, but can't get to the front of the net. Hard around the boards here for Ty Lue in behind his own goal. Looking to send one up in front, but can't shoot it. Kept in here with a shot by Henderson, but it's right into the crest of Stathopoulos. Shuchuk's now going to take this draw here for Whitby in the offensive end. Beck with a nice spin move to get away from the defender, and now he tries to lead it in. Overskated it at the Whitby bench, and now it's Shuchuk putting it back in. Over here to the other side for Beck. Go back with a lead pass. I got knocked down by Medeiros at center. Now Dunphy tries to do something with it. He turns it over, and that's going to be Elliott off in the corner. Elliott trying to do the job in behind the net. He's keeping control of it with one hand on the stick. puts it in behind the goal where Beck is awaiting it. And Beck gets hooked up, trying to take it away. Whitby get it, trying to get it back here to the line. They will from Medeiros, a shot stopped there by Statopoulos. From behind their own goal now is Jonathan Vieira, or Caden Allenby. Nice move around by Whitby as they try and put the set in front of the net, but he got followed in behind the goal to try and cause a turnover. Edwards is waiting at the line. He takes the pass. Edwards now is going to get hit right in the numbers by Armstrong. Trying to keep that in there was Malone with a shot. That's going to whistle through the crease area. He's going to try and get kept in by Edwards. He does his job. But so does Oshawa, sending it down the ice. And no icing. It's not going to have enough mustard to go for icing. From behind their own goal now. They'll leave it there for Edwards as he leads it in. Lead pass. Tipped in by Elliott. All the way into the corner now. Jackson Porter from his own end. Porter made the pass, but it was in the feet area. Kept in here by Whitby at their own blue line and pushed that back in behind the net against Henderson. Still loose, couple whacks away at it there by Porter trying to get it out of his own end and couldn't do so. Shuchuk gets control of it, just couldn't shoot the puck. Good defense there by Oshawa. Edwards has it. Edwards turns it over, but now it was in the feet of Shuchuk, who will pick it up. Shuchuk with a pass for Henderson now. He's not going to get one to the front of the net, but Coles Gibson was right behind him. Henderson can't get one to the front. Knocked down from center. Good job there by McLennan to spin away, and now sets up Vorstad. Vorstad from his own end brings it in. He's got Coles Gibson and a man going to the front of the net, and that man was Elliott, who puts one into the back of the goal to make it 2-0. Face off here from center to try and put it in was Zara. Zara shot on net is stopped there by Donahue. Oshawa trying to cut into the lead before the end of the second period. It's back in behind the net again. There for Luke Kemp. Kemp trying to win the battle here, taken away by Whitby. A lead pass for Elliott was out of his reach, and Feltus just puts that right back in. From behind their own net. Whitby have it from behind their own goal and now sets up Elliott. From their own end, here they come up through center, dumped in by Newton around the boards. Ty Lue trying to take his man off the puck on the right side. From behind their own net, there is Oshawa as they try and get it out. Right on net, kicked aside there by Statopoulos. Trying to get this out of their own zone now. It's a lead pass by Feltus up through center for Thurston dumping it in. Stopped there by Donahue and no rebound. Face off now is off to the right. Face-off got won by Whitby as they slap it around the boards against McLaughlin. Trying to get it out. That's Ty Lue here from center. Over here to the other side as they try and put it in. That was Feltus who dumps it in all the way back into the corner. Hard around the boards here for an opportunity for Whitby to try and get it out. Gets knocked down here from center by Feltus. Right back in behind the net is Donahue as he leaves it in behind the goal. Up here through center is Henderson. Bringing it in offside. Face-off gets won by Whitby. 35 seconds left to go here in period 2 before the both teams will go off for intermission time. Both goals have been scored here in this second period. One by McLaughlin and one by Elliott. Right back in behind the goal is Whitby now. From behind their own net. Henderson tried to deal with it. Knocked down by Whitby again. Back here to the line. Trying to get a shot through. Medeiros faked the shot. Shuchuk tried to push it off to the side. Good job of covering there by Dunphy. From behind their own net. They'll go for that lead pass for one more opportunity. That's going to go up in the air and fall to the ice as that ends period number 2. It was a scoreless after one period of play, but Whitby found the offense in that second period with goals early by McLaughlin and late with 2:02 left in the second period by Elliott. We go to the third period with the Generals down 2-0. Welcome inside again to the Del Park Arena for period number 3 for this under-16 AAA game between Oshawa and Whitby. Oshawa trying to dig themselves out of the 2-0 hole they found themselves in after the second period, and Coles Gibson has the first puck and dumps it into the corner to start off the third. Right in front, taken away by Costello on the other side. A lead pass for Villara was over his stick, along with Armstrong from his own end. Whitby with that pass got knocked down as the defending player, Allenby, came on the ice and took it away, and the linesman takes a spill once he reaches the offensive end. Lead pass up through center as they try and put it in, as that's Gonsalves trying to stick to his man. Goes back in behind the net into the corner, where it gets finally taken away here by Porter from his own end. Good drop pass for Costello. Gonsalves tried to dump this in. He got it up there for Allenby, who will flip it the length of the ice back into the Whitby zone. Lead pass up through center for Proctor, taken away there by Newton now. Newton couldn't get one to the front of the net as he couldn't make it away through the defender, and Edwards will take this back in his own end away from the pressure. Lead pass up through center is tipped in by Proctor into the corner. Dunphy had control of that, but it's a turnover to Elliott. He's on the scoreboard. He scored the second goal for Whitby. They look for more with a shot by Malone, but it's blocked away by Stathopoulos. And that centering pass hits the side of the net. Thurston will tip this away. From out of his own end, back in behind the goal, goes Beck after it now. Beck sees the pressure on there and moves this away for Thurston. Tipped up past Malone into the netting in front of us and out of play. Hudson Armstrong will now take this draw right here in front of us. He'll take it and beat Shuchuk on the draw. Up through center, chipped all the way in as that was a high knockdown by McLennan as he tried to knock it down with his glove. Up through center as they try and bring it in up over the line. He's got a trailer. It's McLaughlin, a shot. Good block there by Lou. He'll feel that one as he tries to finish off this shift. Here comes Henderson, a shot. That gets whistled in past the post. Henderson still over here on the other side now. Zara trying to tip it to himself, and he will. He'll tip it away through center. Another opportunity for Shuchuk. He's not going to get around the defense. As that's Feltus trying to put it back into the Whitby end. That's over the stick and brought in here by McLaughlin. Drop pass. Henderson brings it in. Right to the front of the goal. Ricochets off a few skates and goes off to the corner. From behind their own net. Walking it out there was Elliott. He had it stripped off him. He'll pick it back up in his own end again. Elliott looking for some open ice as Oshawa was off on a change, but it's a turnover. Costello couldn't go with it. Here comes an opportunity back in for Newton with a pass. That was broken up with ease by Lou on the other side. Ty Lou trying to win that battle in behind the goal, along with Villara, to try and get this from behind the net. Lou will fire this around. That's stopped by Medeiros. And into the corner goes Newton, and we're getting our second penalty of the game. Soon as Whitby touched up the puck. And both penalties have come to Whitby. This one will be for interference. Face-off is off to the right of Donahue. Won by Generals, trying to get on the board here to go to work on their power play. Back to the line for Feltus again. Gonsalves shoots it on net, tipped on the way through. Still loose for Kemp. Here's a shot. Couple whacks away. It got stopped there by Donahue as that goes down the ice into the corner and gets stopped there by Stathopoulos in behind his own net. Feltus will fire it around the other side. Gonsalves had to knock it down as it comes around the other side again for Feltus. Lead pass is up through center for Gonsalves. Puts the brakes on, gets it back here to the line. Another opportunity for Hudson Armstrong. Shot! Stopped there by Donahue with a right pad. Trying to keep control of it, overskated it. There was Gonsalves, and that leads to Henderson short-handed to bring it over the line. He'll drop it back on his backhand, and that'll kill off more time as McLennan put it back in his own end. They'll look for a lead pass from their own zone. Keeping it back there and killing off the time there was McLennan. Doing a good job to skate away from his man and dump that down the ice. Back into the corner as stopped by Stathopoulos. From behind his own net there was Lou to try and get away with it. Gonna get tipped back in behind the Generals net. With another opportunity to skate with it for Costello. He'll lead it up over the blue line and now reaches the Whitby end. Sets it up, and that shot goes wide by Baker as it goes wide of the net. From their own end, Lou with a lead pass up through center, gets tipped in by Costello, but put right back in on net to Stathopoulos from their own end, and he'll just freeze that up. 2 seconds left to go on the Oshawa power play, and the face-off is in their end. Here comes a chance to clear. Hard around the boards and out past Medeiros. It'll roll in. It's going to hit the side of the net and go for icing. Face-off is coming off to the right of the Oshawa end. Going to get kept in here by Medeiros. Fires it around. That goes over the stick there of Stathopoulos. Around the boards here for Elliott to try and set it up in front. Taken away by Whitby. Here comes Oshawa up through center. Taking off his stick. A lead pass up through center for Newton, who drops it off. And away comes Elliott to try and take his body to the front of the net. Elliott has control of the puck and one-hands it back to the line. Medeiros now. Shot on net. It's stopped by Stathopoulos. Didn't know where the rebound was, though. It's cleared off to the side. Still kept in the zone, though. From their own end with a lead pass. That goes over the stick, and Medeiros picks it up. Medeiros now for Proctor. They're going to try and skate this one in. It's a pass for Proctor to try and bring it up over the line. Proctor can't do anything with the puck. It's still stuck here on the other side. Beck is over there as well. Here comes Newton, a shot. Stopped there by Stathopoulos. It's still loose as everybody's jabbing away at it there in front. Finally, it's cleared out of the area, and Stathopoulos is back to his feet. Had to make a couple of saves. And that one gets tipped in wide. All the way down as it goes for icing. Face-off is off to the right now. Stathopoulos, won by Whitby. Edwards, a shot. Right pad stop there. Off to the corner again. It's another opportunity for Henderson to try and get free. Kemp steals it away as he tries to set it up there for Costello to get it out of his own end. Lead pass, that goes over everybody. Edwards is coming back in his own end after that puck as he skates away from the defenders and gets it up there for Henderson. Another drop pass there for Shuchuk, didn't make it in. Push back in behind the Oshawa net. They get an opportunity to try and get it away past Henderson. And he gets by Shuchuk as well. It's led all the way in by Feltus, who finally had it stripped away from him, but he's going to try and get it back. Feltus, along with Zauer right there, to try and do something with the puck. Here comes a chance by Henderson up through center. And it's tape to tape from McLaughlin, trying to cut his way through, and he just fired it wide, and we are going to get our first Oshawa penalty coming for hooking. Face-off is coming off to the left now of the Oshawa end as this Whitby power play starts it off. Looking to add to their 2-0 lead. McLennan playing catch with it. Moving it around well fast now for Elliott. And that pass was outside as Newton brought it over the line. Face-off now just outside of the dotted line. Trying to win this draw. Won there by Generals and dumped deep. Back to pick that up in his own end. Didn't like the way he moved it. Now here comes an opportunity for Newton in over the line. He stays onside this time and puts it behind the goal. Newton has control of that puck. Looking for McLennan, instead goes to the other side. Right in front, as they were looking for McLennan, couldn't shoot it. McLennan will get this again as he moved up from the line. Will push it down deep for Elliott, went over his stick. Proctor's got control of it. Proctor walking out from the face-off circle, dropped it back to the line. Here comes a chance. McLennan to Elliott. Back to McLennan again. Good backhand pass over there to the other side for And they would move that around well. Just didn't have the finishing touch by Elliott as he couldn't get a stick on it. That gets it through center and McLennan knocks it down. McLennan trying to find a way through. Drops it for Proctor. Still loose there from the side. And now picked up there on the other side by McLennan. Pushes it off for Elliott to the other side for a one-timer, and that's blocked away by Stathopoulos. Trying to keep this in here by McLennan. Edwards has it. Pushes it off to the side. Proctor trying to get around the defender. Good job there by Beck to stay with him. As Elliott tried to get this back here for McLennan. He looks for an open shot. That'll find the General's crest of Stathopoulos as he holds on to it. Big face-off coming off to the right of the goal now. Henderson is off to his left. Shuchuk wins that right off the draw and fired it wide just over the stick. Just over the top of the net as Shuchuk's chance was taken away. 5 seconds left to go on the penalty to Feltus. Henderson keeps that in. Puts it down low here against Gonsalves. Coles Gibson tried to get it out and couldn't do it. Thrown to the front of the net. Generals are 1 for 1 on their penalty kill, but still trail this one. 2-0, both goals coming in period number 2. Shuchuk walking out shot. Shoulder save there by Stathopoulos. Kept in by Whitby. Still loose as he takes his man down there in the corner. And they're all tangled up there with Shuchuk and Zara in front of the net. As Kemp tried to get one to the front of the goal here for Oshawa. It's back in behind the goal. Harder on the boards there for Henderson now. He'll tip it away as both players collide. Coles Gibson couldn't control the puck there at center. Now they come in with Vorstadt. He passes it with a shot and closing the legs and not allowing a 5-hole goal there with Stathopoulos. Face-off now is off to the left of the Whitby or the Oshawa end. From behind the goal. Good job there. Pushes it down low by Newton. Newton tried to find it there on the other side, and it's Proctor taking it away. Proctor back in behind the net now. Right in front, Newton was waiting for a shot. Tried to one-time from his knees and had it knocked away. Here comes Costello. Back up the other way, dropping for Armstrong a shot. Stopped there by Donahue, and there's no rebound. 8:46 remains here in period number 3. Generals trying to get on the board and cut into this 2-0 disadvantage against Whitby, but that lead pass was broken up by Beck with ease from their own end. Now from the neutral zone, dumped in. McLennan is going to take that steer side pass by Donahue and take that behind his own goal. From his own end with a late pass, that goes over the stick. Lou is coming back in his own end with a nice backhand pass. Caden Allenby couldn't get it out the first opportunity. Now he does. And that leads to 2 back up the other way for Costello. Costello's shot, good block. McLennan got a stick in the way. From behind their own goal now, Whitby got control of it. Battle there on the right side to try and get the puck free, and Whitby are the ones that come away with it out of that scrum. And here comes a pass by Elliott, broken up. From their own end, Costello and Armstrong. In behind him was Feltus, who brings it in. Feltus a shot. There's a right pass save, but there's a rebound sitting there. Oshawa didn't have a player in the vicinity to put that in. Easy pass here for Proctor, bringing it up. Proctor, drop pass from McLaughlin, can't shoot it. It was a nice defensive play there by Hudson Armstrong to lift his stick. And it's Thurston back the other way now. Trying to get the puck in the corner. He's battling against Edwards in behind the net. And Henderson as well, who gets control of the puck. From their own end. That's going to go down the ice. It's going to roll all the way in. No icing, as Stathopoulos has to keep that behind his own goal. And he leaves it for Porter as his clearing attempt hit McLaughlin and gets kept in by Shuchuk. Off to the left side goes Henderson after Gonsalves. Hit there and behind the goal. Here comes an opportunity to clear. Good job by Malone. And Shuchuk to keep it in. It's back down low here for McLaughlin, who's going to take a hit by Porter in behind the net. Taken away here by Porter again. He went for the pass. It was one-handed and got it broken up easily by Edwards. Gonsalves takes us back in his own end now. Around the boards here for Baker over his stick. Malone is skipping that shot in wide. Zaro picked this up from his own end. Now for Kemp to try and get it out. And it's up there for Francisco Zara trying to get in. all the way from their own end. That lead pass goes past Beck and into the corner. No icing. It's in the corner here for Elliott now. Elliott's pass is broken up. That leads to Zara back the other way, but Elliott was able to regroup himself and take care of Zara at center ice. From their own end, Medeiros takes a shot. That's going to be high and wide and out of play. Face-off is off to the right of the goal. Trying to win this there was Newton, trying to send one to the front of the net. It's back in behind the goal against Zara. Hard around the boards here for an opportunity to get it out. Got kept in by Medeiros, a shot. Stopped there by Stathopoulos. Proctor, another opportunity. And he puts one off the bar and in. Right underneath the crossbar. Perfect shot there by Proctor to make it 3-0. Face off here from center. To be picking up here by McLennan, who tries to get it up here and put it in the zone. He gets tipped to himself into the corner. Right in front. That goes over the stick on the other side. It's in the corner here to try and get it back here to the line. He's going to try and send one to the front of the net. It gets taken away there by Oshawa and cleared aside. That's coming off here to the corner for Whitby as they move it in. Here comes Coles Gibson to try and get around. He got stood up there by Lou, and then both players fall to the ice. We've got 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Now a 3-0 Whitby lead. Elliott, McLaughlin, and now Proctor are your goal scorers. That goes in on net and gets covered up by Stathopoulos. Face-off is won there by Oshawa in their own end. Trying to kill off the pressure. It's back in behind the net again. Whitby trying to get it back to the line. That'll come out. They'll take this from their own end and try and dump it in. It goes right back in behind the goal. It gets stopped by Stathopoulos. Trying to tip this out of his own end there, and Whitby's got control of it. Right in front, and a one-timer that gets blocked, and Newton couldn't get it through. Elliott gets it on the other side now for Proctor. Proctor from the left side tried to get it back here to the blue line. It'll go off to the corner. Gets taken away by Oshawa as they tip it away past Allenby through center. Lead pass now for McLennan as they tried to bring it in. That's going to be offside as once again Newton, just like he was earlier, comes in offside. Face-off gets won by Whitby as they move it in. That lead pass is tipped all the way in by number 7, McLaughlin. From their own end now is Baker with that loose puck. Baker tried to put it in there as that's Kemp trying to tip it back in behind the net. VR is over there on the right side to try and get it out. As he tries to move this away, it gets over here to the other side. Picked up here by Dunphy as he tried to put it back in. They're battling with it on the other side. Dunphy is over there to try and put it in from their own end. Whitby get control of that, but not out. Kemp's pass was broken up in the Whitby end, and that leads to Edwards trying to get this from center along with Henderson. Henderson can't shoot. Drops it back there for Edwards. He sets one in. Hit his own man, shoot check in the numbers. Back from their own end now is Viara trying to take one to the net, and he got knocked down. Trying to pick it back up again and couldn't do it. Around the board, kept in by Lou with a shot in wide. Hudson Armstrong trying to keep that in on the right side. Getting some help there with Viara to try and get it free. Now Feltus sends one on goal from the line, and that gets stopped there by Donahue. Face-off now is off to the right of the goal. Armstrong's going to get kicked out of the draw. Coming in to take it is going to be Gunsall or Thurston now. Right in on net, and that'll get wide. Trying to clear this away. That's going to go all the way down the ice. It's going to miss Stathopoulos and go for icing. Face-off now is off to the left of the Whitby end. Trying to send one on net there was Thurston as it's tangled up from the draw. Into the corner it goes, trying to set that up in front as they look for Allenby in front of the goal. Wrapped around the boards here for an opportunity to keep it in. It comes out. but Thurston was there on the other side, trying to put this back in. Taken away by Medeiros on the other side. He'll take this from his own zone and now lead it in. Elliott comes up over the line and couldn't shoot the puck. Right in front, Medeiros has control of it. Right on net is going to get blocked. Thurston trying to get it out and couldn't do so. To the other side now. Right in front of the net, Newton playing catch with it with Elliott as he tried to get it out of front. Shot from the line is blocked on the way through. It's in the corner, right in front, trying for the one-timer. Keeping control of the puck. Right in front, stopped, and Proctor had two opportunities at it, and the second one he flipped high and wide. Proctor had goal number 2 on his stick right there, and flipped that one up and wide. From their own end, that's going to get flipped past Koak, and here comes Armstrong with that loose puck. Hudson Armstrong trying to walk in as he backhands it and couldn't get the shot on goal. Whitby take control of the puck now from their own end. Gonna look for that pass. That'll slide down the ice into the corner and has enough juice to go for icing. 1:10 remains here in the game. We'll get another face-off as the Oshawa player was kicked out of the draw. Face-off getting won by Whitby. Big defensive win in their end. Getting it over here for Henderson. Henderson knocked that down, and here comes Gonsalves from center. Gonsalves harder on the boards and back into the Whitby end. That'll come around the other side here for a chance to tip it away. That leads to 3-on-1 back up the other way. With a pass, he's walking in with a pass to the other side, and good stop there by Stathopoulos from the left side of the net as he took a sure goal away from Shuchuk. Face-off is off to the left of the Oshawa end. From behind the goal, they're trying to dig it out. Out in front, here comes McLaughlin McLennan to keep that in. In on net, it got steered aside there by Stathopoulos. From behind their own goal now. Trying to get that out of his own end. Over here again with Zara to try and get it free, and we have a big collision. There's a shot that goes in wide against Henderson. Touched up there by Baker, and we'll get a tripping penalty. That was almost a ugly collision there, and Oshawa get the penalty for a trip. 15 seconds left to go. Whitby will finish this on the power play, either that or they'll get another goal on the board here for a power play goal. That's a battle over there on the right side, and we'll get another whistle and another face-off, which should be the final face-off of the game with only 5 seconds left to go on the clock. Face-off is off to the left of Stathopoulos. Trying to get this out of his own end there was Baker, and he couldn't do it. That was in the feet there on the other side against Elliott. And there goes the buzzer to end the game. Donahue is going to pick up a shutout here in the Whitby goal. Oshawa had a couple of opportunities in that game, mostly in the first period, but couldn't find their way on the board, and Whitby were able to find their scoring touch in the second period with goals by McLaughlin and Elliott, and then they finished it off with a nice goal by Proctor with a perfectly placed shot. That ends this Wednesday night with a 3-0 Whitby win. Thank you for watching. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.